to this beat.
Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your boy, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will, the best daily Gamecock women's coverage on the internet. The best you would ever find. You are now rocking with the best, and since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your boy, Captain Will. We got to go with today, y'all. We got a good one today, y'all. We talk about recruiting. It is September the 6th. It is September the 6th. It is Wednesday. It is Wine O'Clock Wednesday. I got my white Zinfandel on Wine O'Clock Wednesday. On Wednesdays now and forevermore, we're going to be talking about recruiting weekly. Recruiting weekly for the South Carolina Gamecocks. So let's talk. But before I talk about recruiting, there is something that I failed to mention. There is something that I failed to mention in yesterday's show. And that is my bad. That is my bad. So, Clemson Tigers, y'all suck. Y'all horrible. Y'all suck. I just want to let everybody know that. I just wanted to say that I never liked Clemson. I despise Orange. And despite us losing on Saturday against the North Carolina Tar Heels, Clemson lost to Duke Blue Devils on Monday night. And I forgot to mention that on yesterday's show. And for all the Clemson Tigers who give Captain Will flack, y'all suck. Y'all terrible. Y'all lost in front of a national audience against a basketball team. There's nothing else you can say. There's nothing else. Don't say nothing to me about in my mentions. Don't say nothing in my comments about USC. Y'all terrible. Just in my Charles Barkley way, y'all terrible. And Orange is ugly. Orange is ugly. And I can't wait till we play y'all in women's basketball to beat the hell out of y'all again. But we're talking about recruiting. We are talking about recruiting in women's basketball. We are talking about recruiting in women's basketball. And so much to talk about, so much to dive in. And, last season, 2023 class was a banner year for recruiting. Number 2 recruiting class in the country. Nobody talked about it. You didn't hear it on ESPN saying South Carolina had number 2 recruiting class. You didn't hear it on Fox Sports. You didn't hear it on any platform, any national media platform. Only thing that you heard was LSU winning the national championship and LSU having the number 1 recruiting class. They failed to mention that South Carolina had a number 2 recruiting class. Okay, number 2 recruiting class, led by Malaysia for a while. No mention at all. No mention at all. But that's fine. That's fine, national media. That's fine. That is fine. That is fine. Charlie Cream. That is fine. That is fine. But the only one that gives us love? Real talk. The only person that gives the South Carolina Gamecocks, love, and I'm talking about Carolyn Peck. Carolyn Peck always give the Gamecocks love. Quick story. My wife and I were flying to Vegas last year. It was my birthday. It was Captain Will's birthday. We're going to turn up in Vegas. Your boy was turning 47. Turning up in Vegas. And was going to be there for 3 or 4 days. So we're going to hit up some spots. We had tickets to see Usher. And we're going to see a Las Vegas Aces game. And blah, blah, blah. All this, that, and third. Well, situation came up. Flying Delta. One of us got upgraded. Right? So, both of us in Delta Comfort. One of us got upgraded to first class. The flight, when we was going on the flight, they said, one of y'all can go. My wife said, and she's such a good woman. She's such a good woman. She's like, baby, you go on here. It's your birthday. You going to take first class. You take first class. I was like, for real, babe? She's like, yeah, you take first class. I'll be fine in comfort. I'm fine. Your legs are long. It's fine. So, I took first class, flying from Charlotte to Vegas. Getting in the first class seat, and who do I sit beside? None other than Carolyn Peck. Carolyn Peck, ESPN extraordinaire, Hall of Famer. Your boy Captain Will is sitting right beside Carolyn Peck. I was like, first I didn't recognize her. Then she stood up and like, damn, she tall. But I was like, oh, and then I saw and I looked at her, because this was during the mask, as people still wearing masks. She had her mask on briefly, then she took it off. And we on that 4-hour flight, we chopped it up about basketball, we chopped about life. At this time, Captain Will hadn't started his podcast yet. Like, damn, I wish I would have. But she's a really nice lady. And we talked about Dawn Staley and USC, and it was really cool, really cool. And we went to the Aces game and able to get a picture with Carolyn Peck at the Aces game. We had a couple drinks together on the flight. Really cool, really cool. So, but she always shouts out USC. The rest of y'all, I don't care about. Andrea Carter, like her too. The rest of y'all I don't care about. Rebecca Lobo, don't care about. Always shooting down USC. Always talking about UConn. I ain't got nothing to say about her either. But this recruiting class, for the 2024 class, y'all gonna have to talk about it. Y'all gonna talk about it. It's gonna be y'all lead story. You are going to have to talk about the University of South Carolina Gamecock recruiting class, because it will be the number one class. It will be the number one class. And we already got Maddie McDaniel. Point guard extraordinaire, quick as a cat, sensational player, goes on the line of sensational, awesome point guards for the South Carolina Gamecocks. We already got her locked in. Already got her locked in. And the cool, and you know, with Maddie McDaniel filling the point guard role, and we know we need a big, probably a couple bigs. We need a couple bigs going in with Camila Cardozo could leave, Sakima Walker could leave, Transfer Porter. You don't know what's going on. But with ESPN coming out with their new rankings and flip-flopping Joyce Edwards and Sarah Strong, when it first happened, I was like, okay, it doesn't really mean anything because they're neck and neck anyway. 1A, 1B doesn't really mean anything. I'm always going to be a Joyce Edwards fan because Joyce Edwards is from the crib. So regardless, she's number one, number two, she would be a banner player for the South Carolina Gamecocks. But what we ain't talking about much is Sarah Strong. Sarah Strong is the number one player in the country. She's the number one player in the country. She plays at Grace Christian Church in North Carolina. I'm going to watch her play this year. I watched her play the Under Armour Elite 24. I watched her intently for 3 straight days. At 6'2", a burly 6'2", can shoot the mid range, can shoot the three, can handle the ball, can rebound. She is offensively, she is better than Joyce Edwards. I saw it with my own eyes. Offensively, she is a better player than Joyce Edwards. She is. She has more range. She can shoot it, and she can space the floor at 6'2". She's been showing her butt during the summer at various different showcases. She's gonna be playing in Hungary. Played in Hungary. She is. How can you say if? Because I can't say that she's snuck up on anyone. I can't say that she snuck up on anyone. What I can say is the consensus around the country was going to be Joyce Edwards or Jelani Cambridge. Right now, it's Sarah Strong, Joyce Edwards, and Jelani Cambridge. But watching more intently of Sarah Strong, I could see why she was put number one instead of Joyce Edwards. And Jelani Cambridge is great. She's a great player, a great point guard. But there's still Sarah Strong, Joyce Edwards, Sarah Strong, however you want to say it. And Sarah Strong's final group is UConn, LSU, North Carolina, Louisville, North Carolina State, UCLA. It's all over the map. But one name that is also in the mix is South Carolina. South Carolina is fully invested in Sarah Strong while being also fully invested in Joyce Edwards. What if South Carolina is able to nab the number 1 and number 2 players in the country. Do they play the same position? They do play the same position. They do play the same position. I saw them go head up multiple times at the Under Armour Elite. What does that matter? It don't matter at all. It don't matter at all. Having the number 1 player, the number 2 player in the country playing the same position don't matter whatsoever. You can still play them at the same time. You will play them at the same time because Sarah Strong, you play more at the high post and space the floor and still get multiple rebounds and still block shots. Joyce Edwards is a little bit taller at 6'3", can handle the ball, jumping ability out of this world, pass the ball. Just an awesome all-around player. The possibility is still there to get the number 1 and number 2 players in the country. Now, I've been hearing that Sarah Strong is a heavy lean to LSU. I've been hearing that. And it's a possibility. It's a possibility that she stays home in North Carolina, playing in North Carolina or North Carolina State. That's a possibility as well. And if Sarah Strong goes to North Carolina to join Blanca Thomas, I mean, that's a formidable, post position at the 5 and the 4. That is formidable for 4 years. And that's something that South Carolina have to deal with, going forward. But if I had to bet money, if Captain Will put some money down, I would say that Sarah Strong will probably go to LSU. I think our final 3 would be LSU, South Carolina, and probably North Carolina. But we still in this. And Dawn Staley and staff is still recruiting Sarah Strong very, very heavily. And when I go see Sarah Strong during the fall, I'm going to talk to Sarah about her choices and about how she might be committed by the time the season begins. But I will talk to Sarah Strong. That girl she is nice. She is nice. She is a nice player, and she's going to be a huge get for whatever school that gets her. And I'm not saying that she's going to be the number 1 player when everything is said and done. But right now she is. Right now she's the number 1 player. I still like Joyce Edwards a little bit better, but it is neck and neck. It is neck and neck with that. Speaking of Joyce Edwards, she's going to be, balling out with Camden this upcoming season. Going to be doing some showcases, doing what she does. Right now, she's dominating, volleyball because that's what she does. She's just a superstar player in multiple sports. I just hope she stays healthy and just be great. That's all. I hope she stay healthy and be great. And then don't forget the girl got like a 5.3 GPA. She's just special. Just special. Joyce Edwards. Joyce Edwards might be the president of the United States eventually. The girl is smart. She's athletic. She's outgoing. Just a joy. Jelani Cambridge. I don't see Jelani Cambridge coming to South Carolina, especially with Maddie. I mean, Maddie's a 12th ranked player. 2nd ranked point guard. We don't need another point guard. We don't need that. Jelani can go to be great at any other school. It's just not a need right now for South Carolina Gamecocks, although South Carolina is still in her top 5 or 7. I don't see that. Now, if she chose to come to South Carolina, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad at all. But I don't see that at all. I don't see that. Kennedy Smith. Kennedy Smith, the 6'1" wing from California. Kennedy Smith is special. I want to say that Kennedy Smith is special. My only concern with Kennedy Smith is she plays in California. She plays in California, and we don't have a great. I didn't even say that we have a great. We don't have any players to come from the state of South Carolina, recruited to come to the state of South Carolina and put on the garden in black. I know Destiny Littleton played at South Carolina. She's from California, but we didn't recruit her in high school. We didn't recruit her in high school to come to South Carolina. She played, 2 years in Texas. Eventually transferred into South Carolina. Didn't work out with the playing time. And then she went back home and played with Southern Cal. But Kennedy Smith will fill that wing position that we desperately need in South Carolina. Desperately, 6'1", can score the ball, can rebound the ball, assist, can shoot. I mean, she's special. She's legit. She's legit. And right now they have her down as the 6th ranked player in the country. I'm just saying this right here. If we able to get a Kennedy Smith to go along with a Maddie McDaniel and a Joyce Edwards, bro, we are set for 4 years. We are set for 4 years because just envision this right here. After next season, and I'm talking about the 2024-2025 season, Bree Hall is gone. Cardozo's gone. Sanaya Fagan's gone. Sakima Walker's gone. So many different players are gone. But what I see for next year, 24-25, we were able to get Kennedy Smith. And we already got Maddie. So you have a Kennedy Smith who's a freshman. You have a Maddie McDaniel who's a freshman. You have a Joyce Edwards who is a freshman. Backing up seniors of Sanaya Fagan. Backing up a Sakima Walker. Raven will be a redshirt junior. Malaysia Fulwiley be a sophomore. It just be Bree Hall will be a senior. It just be ready to move up a level and just continue the cycle. And Kennedy Smith has a top 5 of UCLA, Southern Cal, Louisville, Duke, and South Carolina. So South Carolina's in the top 5. She is being recruited heavily by South Carolina. And obviously she wants, or I can say she wants to be at South Carolina. She's in the top 5 at South Carolina, but she has 2 California teams that's in the top 5, 2 out of the 5. And one of those is, Southern Cal. Now, Southern Cal had the number 1 player in the country, and Juju Watkins in 2023 class. Will Kennedy Smith join her in 2024 class? That is a possibility. That's a possibility. It's going to take something to pull Kennedy from the state of California over to South Carolina. It's going to take something special for that to occur. Will it happen? I don't think so. Something I think out of the ordinary going to have to happen for her to leave the state of California, not go to Southern Cal, because I think that's going to be a favorite to go to Southern Cal, and then come over here. It's going to be tough. I already told you, Jordan Lee. Jordan Lee is either one. Kennedy Smith, Jordan Lee. I probably like Kennedy Smith a little bit better. I saw Jordan Lee up close and personal. So nice. Kennedy is just a little bit bigger. Both would be outstanding for the Gamecocks, but both reside in California. If we're able to get one of those two, now mark my word, I don't think Southern Cal or UCLA is going to get both of those players in Jordan Lee and Kennedy Smith. And, that might be beneficial to us. One of those schools, Southern Cal get one of those and we get the other one. That would be awesome. Jordan Lee right now is ranked number 8. Kennedy Smith is ranked number 6. Both of them are ballers. So I don't care which one we get. Real talk. I don't care which one we get. We just get one of them. Those are the 2 best wing players in the country. Those 2 are the best wing players in the country. We need one of them. Just keep it kosher. I already talked about Mari Berry in the previous video dropping down. Did she drop down? I don't know, man. Did she drop down because Clemson got her? Rankings are crazy. I think she was like 7th and dropped to 13. I know there's a whole lot of summer stuff that goes on in basketball, but was that warranted? Was that warranted? No. Even though Clemson sucked, Clemson's terrible. It wasn't warranted though. You know, she's a baller. If Martin Berry had committed to the Gamecocks or committed to UConn, would she have dropped? I don't think so. I think that, you know, the national perception of Clemson is what it is and it's real. And I think that she's an excellent player. Keep it real. Excellent player. It's just so many different players that we have the opportunity to get or in the top 5, the top 7. And it's a matter of, as long as Dawn Staley is here, we will always have the pick of the litter for top players. We always have the pick of the litter. That's just the way it's going to be. So you might see somebody spurn South Carolina and go somewhere else, but then in the place of that person, we're going to have a top player. You know, if Sarah Strong doesn't come to South Carolina, Joyce Edwards is. You know what I'm saying? So if Kennedy Smith doesn't come to South Carolina, I believe Jordan Lee will. We will fill the needs. Adele Tack, they dropped her. ESPN dropped her to 30 something. You know what I'm saying? Like a 40. I can't recall what they dropped her to, but like really, you know. I think if Dawn Staley wants her to be a Gamecock, I think she will be a Gamecock, because I think the Dale Tack wants to be a Gamecock. It's McKinley Randolph. It's a lot of top players in the state of California. We just need one. We just need one player to start that pipeline. And if that pipeline starts with a Jordan Lee or Kennedy Smith or McKinley Randolph, it's gonna continue on. It's going to continue on. And I think that Dawn is a national recruiter, but at certain states just can't quite close that deal. I think that, you know, Texas has some top players, you know, talking about Justice Carlton or I love Ariana Robertson. I love Ariana Robertson's game. That girl is nice. She is tall. She's 6'4", long arms. She looks taller than what she actually is. Can jump out the gym. I would love if Ariana Robertson was a Gamecock. She'd be special in the post. Special. Right now, ESPN got her ranked number 19. She is special. Trust and believe. With my eyes, Ariana Robertson is special. Special. And I would love her in a Gamecock uniform. We have a long way for recruiting. Recruiting, you know, the National Signing Day or National Early Signing Period, I think it's November the 8th through the 15th. So you're going to see a host of players being, making it known their commitment during that time frame. A host of them. And it's going to be like dominoes. Bop, 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 bop. It's going to be like dominoes. And it's going to be fast and furious in this time frame. And just strap it up tight, get locked and loaded, because it's going to be a fast ride for college recruiting and for the South Carolina Gamecocks, because it's going to be with the recruiting piece, and then we're going to be with the season itself. It's going to be a lot of stuff going on for South Carolina. South Carolina, it's gonna be a lot. And when the season starts, or probably like a few weeks before the season starts, I start doing more, you know, a live show a week, you know, because I want to interact with the fans, call in shows. It's gonna be really dope. It's gonna be a really dope experience this upcoming season. I'm still gonna be going out to some high school games, and I want to bring more insight from the high school realm. I want to go to some showcases. I just want to be that dude. I want to be that dude. I want to be that dude for y'all, bringing it women's basketball all year long. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your boy, Captain Will. Make sure you like it. Make sure you share. Make sure you subscribe. The Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. You are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your boy, Captain Will. Let's go.
J-Rock did this